arrests 10 Boko Haram suspects inside Kano Mosque. The Nigerian army on Saturday evening stormed a Boko Haram suspected mosque located at Filin Lazao in Kano metropolis and arrested no fewer than 10 suspects. Reports have it that the operation was conducted in a very professional manner without drawing the ire of Muslims who were just breaking their fast. According to New Telegraph, the mosque was said to belong to some men from Borno State who had fled the troubled northeast due to the Boko Haram insurgency. It was further learned that the troops took away some unidentified items from the surroundings of the mosque. However, when contacted, Captain Uba, the army spokesperson in Kano, said he had not been briefed on the development and promised to get back. All right, well, again, they need to do their job. I guess it's sort of good news that they did what they did in a professional way, not getting the attention or like not distracting Muslims who are just breaking their fast. That's what the reactions say right now. Online arrests, northern soldiers, keep deceiving yourselves and the remaining Amajuris. Whenever Boko Haram killed Zoo soldiers, that's when you will see this kind of headline. And they didn't set the mosque ablaze. Had it been in the east, the church would go down in flames and scores of innocent citizens slaughtered by northern Muslim commander. Again, it does show the difference or the double standard. Because again, definitely, 100%. I think them doing it in a very calm, collected manner. I mean, it's a bit too professional for me, because it's the same sort of people who allegedly, took out ESN members allegedly. So again, it's just like the ruthlessness in which they attack things or they go about issues in the south of the country is definitely not replicated in the north. So again, when it comes to the double standard and the preference or preferential treatment of the northern people, although they're not getting a lot, but it does show that at least their lives are more valued. Someone says they should rehabilitate them and throw them back into Kano. Okay. Arresting. Let them move to Sambisa first and do the arresting for where? Exactly. Again, these are Boko Haram suspects. You're not necessarily going into the battleground and fighting there because you're not going to win. Is that too negative to say? Because it's like this energy is just a bit too, weak for me. With the amount of time we've had to fight Boko Haram right now, we should not be having suspects. If anything, we should be clear of all suspects. Rather, my opinion is they should focus on actually tackling the issue, like going head to head wherever these people are located. Well, Sambisa Forest. Somebody says, I have this question to ask. Why is it that when Boko Haram enters mosque, they are apprehended before they carry out the act, but not so in churches? In churches, they will bomb or kill the worshippers first. I'm just thinking deep. It's not actually thinking deep, just observant in the actual behavior patterns. And because, again, it's consistent. It is absolutely consistent. So again, of course, army does that. But then again, it's like, if the army did the same thing in the south, there must have been, let's say, a few injured people. There must have been like a clash, technically. But then again, it's just like you can't necessarily do that in the south and not sort of get, resistance from the people there and then. And I guess that's why. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just here assuming, but yeah, it is what it is. Someone also said, end of story. Nigerians won't hear about this anymore. They wouldn't push it as much. Or they would push it as much to make them look good, as if they've done something key and important. At the end of the day, we're just waiting, Sha. It's very, very sad. Somebody says, may Allah help our gallant soldiers to overcome all sorts of evil acts by terrorists and Nigerians. Well, I don't know what the soldiers need to do, but they need to come out and say their story and tell us what actually goes on in that army, because we don't know. So that we don't even, so therefore we can't necessarily tell the army, what to do, or tell them, leave or stay, or what action to take. Because if they come out and tell us what they're going through, then at least when we protest, we have an idea of who we're protesting for, and we have an idea of, how we can support the army by telling them to either leave or stay. That's just what I think. Someone says ACF, Amajiri Consultative Forum, is coming to talk on the behalf of mad people everywhere. Okay, this is a bit, it's kind of rude. This person basically put a group of, well, what seems to be Amajiris holding plates, and then he calls them the ACF, the Amajiri Consultative Forum. Again, it's just so sad that children are involved in this, but then again, the leaders, the people who are meant to protect them, are not doing their job. So this is where we've come to. Someone said that's their business. I don't care about this zoological republic anymore. But you have to care, because your security and your safety is at risk. And you have to, understand who are you going to hold responsible. Because again, no matter who wins or who loses or who voted for whoever is in power is meant to take care of the whole of Nigeria. Whoever voted for you or not, you have to take care of the whole of the country. They are your responsibility. So again, you might not care, but then the people in government are obliged to care about you. So you have to care about who you put in government or who happens to be there, and if they would put your interest at heart, or else you're not in a favorable situation. So yeah, I mean, the army, not trusted. We don't necessarily. Again, as I said before, the relationship with the army and the Nigerian people definitely flawed. Again, we're talking on a micro scale. We're not saying every individual, soldier is an evil person, but yeah, I mean, the soldiers or army, they've betrayed Nigerians in so many instances, in terms of just killing us unnecessarily because they are following orders. Please, I guess it's the protocol there, but taking innocent lives of unarmed citizens, absolutely not, especially the NSAS protests. And yeah, that sort of showed the true colors. And of course, Nigerians, yeah, I think Nigerians, when they decide to focus on you, they will focus on you just the way they're focusing on Desmond Elliot. And now the guy cannot even breathe on social media. Somebody says they are holy members too. They came to do the same thing to politicians in the mosque. Okay. Someone says arrest, or they just kept them to be fed and later returned them to the forest for more empowerment to come and kill more people. Well, it's not far-fetched. Considering that this government is very much open to granting amnesty and and giving ransoms, because they automatically think that the ransoms will just take them out of the streets and would not embolden them in some sort of way to continue. I guess that's their logic. So put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.